Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to model the drawer front. You can see the front has some trim around it and there's a little knob coming out of it. We're not actually going to work on those today. We're going to just model this part today. So you can see that the front is actually kind of got a little shoulder around the edge, and it doesn't quite go all the way to the top of the sides. It actually leaves a 1/4 inch off the top. That is actually done later to make room for the trim. We're not actually going to do that right now. We'll do that when we go to do the trim. For now, we're just going to model the front. So other things to note, we can see that it's got these little guys here. Those are called pins. Those are what interlock with the dovetails. You can see that there's a little gap here. Believe it or not, this gap allows the drawer to expand and contract as the weather gets warm and cold, humid and dry. And finally, there is a little notch in the bottom, and that allows the drawer bottom to fit into there. So it helps support the weight of the bottom. You can see that that bottom starts a 1/2 inch from the bottom of the front, ends up 3/4 inch from the bottom of the front, and it's a 1/4 inch deep. Okay, so experience has taught me that modeling the notch first is the way to go. You can do it the other way around and model these pins first, but you end up running into some roadblocks later on, which make things more difficult than they need to be. So I'm going to show you to do the notch first. By all means, do it the other way, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. So first things first, let's get everything out of the way that we don't need, like this existing front. You do need the sides here, so let's start here. Get our rectangle tool, from outside edge to outside edge. Take the push-pull, and come out 3/4 inch. So now we have our rectangular prism shape. Let's hide the sides real quick, and let's go around back and do that notch. So let's take our tape measure, come up from the bottom a 1/2 inch, come up again from the bottom 3/4 inch. So there's our reference lines. Now we'll take the line tool and trace those lines. And then we'll use push-pull to come in a 1/4 inch. And there we go. Let's get rid of those guides. Okay, now on to the pins. We need to show our sides. There they are. So here's what we're going to do. This hasn't been made into a component yet, which is good, because that allows us to edit its shape no problem. So if you triple click on it, let's select all the geometry, and then hold shift and select both sides. And now if you right click and go to intersect faces with selection, you can see that it made a bunch of lines. It drew lines everywhere this front intersected with the sides. So it created a bunch of geometry for us, so we don't have to do it. And now to actually finish it up, we'll just use push-pull. Get those pieces out of here. You can see that this line ended up here. That's just for the inside edge of the side. We don't actually need to do anything with that, so just erase it. But you can see we have our funky looking shelf shape now, which is great. I mean, think about what it would have taken to draw that line by line. So intersect faces is super powerful. We're just pushing. This bottom one you had to do in 2 steps. No big deal. Okay. So there you have it. Oh, no we don't. See that? Get rid of these. Get rid of these. Make it all one smooth, uniform surface. Now we're done. So now that we're done making it, triple click on it and make it a component. Call it drawer front. In this model, I actually already have it modeled as a front, so I'm not going to do that for the sake of making it all one object. I'm just going to make it a group. But now you can show your sides again, and you can see that your part lines up perfectly. All right, now look at that. You even got the little space for expansion and contraction. And there you have it. That's the drawer front. Got any questions? Come see me.